Imagine a world where the most feared pirate wasn't a grizzled man with a parrot, but a woman. A woman who commanded thousands of ships, tens of thousands of pirates, and brought empires to their knees. This is the story of Ching Shih, the pirate queen of the South China Sea. Her legend isn't just a tale of daring raids and hidden treasure. It's a saga of power, strategy, and survival against impossible odds. The early 19th century was a turbulent time in China. The Qing Dynasty, once mighty, was weakening. The South China Sea, a vital trade route, became a breeding ground for piracy. But amidst this chaos, a figure emerged who would rewrite the rules of the game. Ching Shih, also known as Zheng Yi Sao, meaning Zheng Yi's wife. Her story begins in the brothels of Canton, a world far removed from the decks of pirate ships. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. To truly understand Ching Shih, we must first look at her husband, Zheng Yi. He was a formidable pirate leader, commanding a fleet of red flag junks. Ching Shih, a shrewd businesswoman, caught his eye. They married, and she quickly became his trusted advisor, not just a wife. Together, they forged a powerful alliance, uniting rival pirate factions under a single banner. This was no small feat. The South China Sea was a battleground of competing pirate lords, each vying for dominance. But Zheng Yi and Ching Shih had a vision, a unified pirate confederation, a force to be reckoned with. Zheng Yi's death in 1807, under mysterious circumstances, could have shattered their empire. But Ching Shih, displaying extraordinary leadership, stepped into the void. She didn't just inherit the fleet. She seized control. She was a master strategist, a ruthless negotiator, and a charismatic leader. She understood that power wasn't just about force. It was about organization and discipline. She implemented a strict code of conduct, a set of rules that governed every aspect of pirate life. Disobedience was punished severely. This wasn't a ragtag band of pirates. It was a disciplined army of the sea. The code was brutal, but it ensured order. Loot was distributed fairly, with a portion going to the fleet's treasury. Violating the code, particularly raping captured women, was punishable by death, and desertion, that meant your ears were cut off. This harsh discipline was key to Ching Shih's success. It turned her pirates into a formidable fighting force. The Red Flag fleet grew exponentially, absorbing smaller pirate groups and dominating the South China Sea. Her fleet numbered in the thousands of ships and tens of thousands of pirates. Imagine the sight, a vast armada of red-sailed junks, striking fear into the hearts of merchants and naval vessels alike. The code, displayed on every ship, was clear: obey Ching Shih's orders. All attacks needed her approval. Disobedience meant beheading. Loot distribution. All loot went to superiors for fair division. First offense for withholding loot: severe beating. Second offense: death. No desertion. Unauthorized absence resulted in ear removal and public shaming. A second offense was punishable by death. Protection of female captives. Rape was punishable by beheading. Consensual relations without permission led to the man's execution and the woman's weighted drowning. To take a captive as a wife required her consent and fidelity, with mistreatment also leading to beheading. Terminology: the word plunder was forbidden, replaced with the euphemism transferring shipment of goods. This harsh code, while brutal, ensured order and discipline, transforming a disparate group of pirates into a highly effective fighting force. One particularly daring raid targeted a convoy of heavily armed merchant ships. Ching Shih, aboard her flagship, directed the attack with precision. Her junks, agile and fast, swarmed the larger vessels, boarding them with cutlasses and grappling hooks. The air was thick with smoke and the roar of cannons. Her pirates, trained in close quarters combat, overwhelmed the merchant crews. The loot was immense: silks, spices, and precious metals. But Ching Shih wasn't just interested in plunder. She was building an empire. Her influence extended beyond the sea. She established alliances with coastal villages, creating a network of support and intelligence. She controlled trade routes, demanding tribute from merchants and fishing fleets. The Qing Dynasty, struggling to contain her power, was forced to acknowledge her dominance. They sent naval fleets to crush her, but time and again, Ching Shih's pirates outmaneuvered and defeated them. Enjoying the story? Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. What's your favorite pirate legend? Now, back to the adventure. The Qing Dynasty wasn't her only enemy. European powers, eager to protect their trade interests, also clashed with Ching Shih. The Portuguese Navy, with their superior firepower, posed a significant threat. But Ching Shih was a master of guerrilla warfare. She used her knowledge of the coastal waters to her advantage, ambushing enemy ships and retreating into hidden coves. Her pirates were skilled in boarding actions, turning the enemy's strength against them. They were experts in using grappling hooks and boarding pikes, turning every ship into a battleground. In one particularly fierce encounter, the Red Flag Fleet faced a squadron of Portuguese warships. Ching Shih, anticipating their movements, laid a trap. She lured the Portuguese into a narrow strait where her junks could attack from all sides. The Portuguese, caught off guard, were overwhelmed. The battle raged for hours, the sea stained with blood. Ching Shih's pirates, fighting with ferocity, boarded the Portuguese ships, turning the tide of the battle. The Portuguese, realizing they were outmatched, retreated in disarray. Word of Ching Shih's victories spread far and wide. She became a legend, a symbol of defiance against imperial power. Her name struck fear into the hearts of sailors and officials alike. Her reputation grew to such a point that even the British East India Company began to take notice. The Qing Dynasty realized that they could not defeat her. They were losing more resources attempting to defeat her than if they were to negotiate with her. In 1810, the Qing Dynasty, realizing the futility of their efforts, offered Ching Shih an amnesty. This was a remarkable turn of events. A pirate, notorious for her defiance, was being offered a pardon. But Ching Shih, ever the strategist, saw an opportunity. She negotiated a favorable deal, securing pardons for her pirates and allowing them to keep their loot. She even managed to retain a portion of her fleet, which she used to establish a legitimate business. Ching Shih retired from piracy, but she didn't disappear. She became a successful businesswoman, running gambling houses and brothels in Canton. Her influence remained strong, and she continued to play a role in the city's affairs. She lived a long and prosperous life, dying in 1844 at the age of 69. Her story is a testament to her extraordinary leadership, her strategic brilliance, and her ability to navigate the treacherous waters of power. Ching Shih's legacy extends beyond her lifetime. She remains a symbol of female empowerment, a reminder that women can achieve greatness in any field, even in the traditionally male-dominated world of piracy. Her story has inspired countless books, films, and video games. She is a testament to the power of resilience, strategy, and leadership. Ching Shih, the pirate queen of the South China Sea, a legend that will forever sail.